Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Debugger. I'm going to continue the second part of string methods in JavaScript. In the last video, I stopped at the concat method. If you missed it, check out the first video on the card. Let's talk about the ends with method. The ends with method determines whether a string ends with the characters of a string, returning true or false as appropriate. Let's create a string named band and put in the phrase Led Zeppelin is the best. Let's see if band ends with best. We type band ends with best. I put in all the exclamation marks and the result is true. Let's delete some exclamation marks and now we have false because the ending is not exactly the same. Let's use the same string in uppercase and we have false again because ends with is case sensitive. Uppercase and lowercase matter. I'm going to copy this string and count its characters. And we have we have 10, 20, 25 characters until the exclamation mark. Now I'm going to put an end position here. This parameter is optional, by the way. I'm going to change best to lowercase. Let's change the end position and let's also change the string. Let's change the end position to 25 and we have true as a result. With end position, the ends with method is considering the string until position 25. It's not the index, it's the position. The index starts at 0 and the position starts at 1. Let's see how the fromCharCode method works. This method is static and is only needed if you need to work with UTF-16 code. To use this method, we need to pass the char codes as parameter. Let's copy the example and paste it here. Now we have the sum of two fractions. fromCharCode will present the characters that we can't type normally. Let's change the code to see what happens. And we get some very different UTF-16 code. And there's nothing more to add about this method. Let's take a look at the fromCodePoint method. What is the difference between this method and fromCharCode? Basically, fromCharCode cannot return supplementary characters. It uses UTF-16 code, which has a range between 0 and 65,535, and any numbers greater than this will be truncated. On the other hand, fromCodePoint can return 4-byte supplementary characters, as well as the more common 2-byte BNP characters. By specifying their code point, which is equivalent to the UTF-32 code unit. We can also pass a hexadecimal number as a parameter. Let's take a look at the includes method. In fact, this method is really useful. I like it. Let's copy this sentence variable and paste it here. This method performs a case-sensitive search to determine whether one string can be found within another string. This method will return true or false. Simple, isn't it? Let's see if the sentence has the word fox. And of course it does. Let's put an uppercase F, and we get false because includes performs a case-sensitive search. As I said before, this method is very useful, especially in functional programming. And that's all for now. Index of is another useful method that you're going to use a lot. Let's use the same sentence and find the index of the word fox. If we type fox in uppercase, we get a -1 as a result. But if we type fox in lowercase, we get the index of the word. I'm going to copy the paragraph variable and paste it in the console. We can see that we have the word fox and 2 words for dog. Let's find the index for dog. Dog. And what if we want to find the index for the second dog? As the first dog is at index 40 and dog has just 3 letters, we can start searching from the 45th position, for example. And we get 52 as the index. When I was testing the isWellFormed method, I got an error. I don't know exactly why the method wasn't recognized as a function by Firefox. I'm going to take a look at this later. Let's take a look at how last index of works. Last index of is similar to index of, but it is more specific. We put in the string we're searching for and it will find the last occurrence of the string. Let's copy the paragraph again and paste it in the console. Remember that when we try to get the last index of dog, we used a position. Let's do it again. But for last index of, we'll have the last index of dog directly. And voila, we get the same index. This is very useful if we have a paragraph with a bunch of words. Here's another example. Here we have 2 words lazy. So if we type paragraph dot last index of lazy, we'll get 78 as the index. If we use index of, we'll get 45, which is the first occurrence of lazy. Let's take a look at the local compare method. This method returns a number indicating whether a reference string comes before -1, after 1, or is the same 0 as the given string in sort order. In other words, we use this method to compare strings. Let's see how it works. We have a string with accents and a string without accents. Let's put the first string here, réservé, and the second one, reserve. Now let's compare the two strings using local compare. And we get a 1 because réservé comes after reserved in sort order. This happens because réservé has accents and we can use some parameters on this method to change the result. Let's take the second example and paste it into the console. We get a 0, which means that the strings are considered the same. This is because we passed the base parameter to the method, which ignores accents. There are other parameters to use for accents like case, variant, sensitivity, but I won't cover all of them here. Have you used all these methods before? Do you know them all well? Let me know in the comments. Give a like and subscribe. Until the next time.